Hi.
Hello?
All right. Good morning, everyone. If I could have you please mute yourself just for a few minutes. Just want to give some preliminary instructions and call the docket, okay? Again, my name is Leslie Casson. I'm the judge this morning. We also have Mr. Dixon. He's the prosecutor, and we have the court clerks on the call as well. So thank you for joining. Again, good morning. Just so everyone is aware, we are currently live streaming on YouTube, and that's in order to comply with the open courts provision. Okay, so we ask that there be no other outside recording. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. I don't speak English. I'm sorry.
Se puede poner en mudo un momento y ahorita hablo con usted. Okay.
Muchas gracias.
Sí. Okay. So I'm just going to call the docket. When I call your name, if you could let me know you're present, either by waving to me if you're on video or unmuting yourself if you're on audio and just letting me know that you're present. Okay. And then once I've called the docket, then we'll get started with some preliminary instructions on how this morning's hearing will go. Okay. Again, thank you. I have George Alejos. George Alejos. Matthew Alvarez. Matthew Alvarez. Victor Alvarez. Victor Alvarez. Christopher Baldwin. Christopher Baldwin. Jesus Blanco Jr.
Here, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Loretta Cantu. Loretta Cantu. Ramona Carvajal Martinez. Ramona Carvajal Martinez. Ricardo Colchado Camacho.
Hola, buenos días.
Buenos días, gracias. Clara Crandall. Thank you. Donna Ellis. Donna Ellis. Amanda Garcia. Amanda Garcia. Beverly Garcia. Beverly Garcia. Daniel Garcia. Thank you, sir. Martha Gomez. Martha Gomez. Alton Green Jr. Alton Green Jr. Armando Ibarra. Armando Ibarra. Pedro Jamarillo III. Pedro Jamarillo III. Carlos Martinez. Carlos Martinez. Carmelita Martinez. Carmelita Martinez. Beatrice F. McFadden. Beatrice F. McFadden. Josh Neely. Josh Neely.
Present.
Thank you, sir. Jonathan Oleggy or Oleg. Jonathan Oleg. Jonathan Oleg. Chrisley Pentecost or Chrisley Pentecost. Thank you. Cristela Ramirez. Thank you. Rachel Ovalle Regal. Rachel Ovalle Regal. Joel Marquez Rodriguez. Joel Marquez Rodriguez. Santiago Rodriguez. Santiago Rodriguez. Shayna Lee Shushabera. Thank you. All right. Thank you for your patience as we work through that docket. Just some preliminary instructions. This is an initial appearance docket. When I do call your name, I will be going in alphabetical order. When I call your name, I'm going to ask you how you plead on your case. You have three options: guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty, you understand the charges and you're admitting guilt. and you're asking the court to assess the punishment in the case. Okay, that's a plea of guilty. If you want to plead no contest, that means you understand the charges, but you're not contesting them. You're not admitting guilt. You don't want to contest the charges. You just want to resolve the case or cases today. Again, that's a plea of no contest. Okay. Then you have the option of pleading not guilty. That means you are contesting the charges. Okay, there are some things that you think are in question or that you have questions about. So that means you would then set your case for a trial. You do have a constitutional right to a jury trial. That means the case would be heard and decided by 6 citizens of Olmos Park. You have the option to waive the jury trial and instead have a non-jury or bench trial. That means the case would be heard by me or another judge in Olmos Park. Okay, those trials will not take place today. They will be scheduled for a later date and time. You will, however, have the opportunity today to visit with the prosecutor, Mr. Dixon. All right, you will have an opportunity to visit with him. If you're able to resolve your case today, great. If not, we will then schedule you for a pre-trial hearing that gives you and the prosecutor an option to go over any motions and any evidence that we need to address before the trial setting. Okay. Again, that's if you choose the not guilty option. If there's any question as to how you want to plead and you think there are some issues surrounding your case or cases, I will likely send you to visit with the prosecutor in a breakout room, and you'll receive a notification on your screen to go into the breakout room with him to discuss the facts around your case. Okay. Now, if you do want to try to resolve your case or cases today, there are some options available to you. The first of which is obviously just paying the fine. But there are some options if you have moving violations or traffic tickets that you want to try to keep off your record. The first of those is the driving safety course. If you have not taken that course in the last 12 months for a ticket dismissal, you may be eligible. You must, however, have a valid Texas driver's license and insurance in your name. You would have 90 days to complete the course. There are court fees that you must pay first, and then there is a cost for the class wherever you choose to take it. Upon successful completion, the case is closed out and does not appear as a conviction on your driving record. If you are a commercial driver's license holder, you are not eligible for the driving safety course. If you are under 25 years of age, you must by state law take the driving safety course. If you do not qualify for the driving safety course, the other option that might be available to you is the deferred disposition option. It's sometimes informally called probation. It's an unsupervised probationary period anywhere from 1 day to 180 days. And there is a special expense fee that's associated with the case, and just will vary from case to case depending on the charges. And then the time period will vary from case to case as well. There may be some additional requirements placed upon you during that time. Perhaps complete a course, perform community service hours, obtain your driver's license, maintain insurance, etc. It will just vary on the charge against you. Okay. However, if you successfully complete the terms of the deferral, the case is closed out and does not appear as a conviction on your record. Okay. Again, if you are a commercial driver's license holder, you are not eligible for the deferred disposition option. If you are under 25 years of age, if you do choose the deferred disposition option, you must also take the driving safety course as a condition of the deferral. All right. If you need a payment plan, if you are requesting community service hours in lieu of making a monetary payment, if you have an equipment violation and you have proof that those items were corrected, I'll be happy to address each of those individually with you in a few minutes. If you have multiple violations, I will likely be sending you to visit with the prosecutor in hopes that you can reach a plea bargain with him. Okay. If you have questions specific to your case, I'll be happy to try to address those with you in a few minutes. We will go in alphabetical order, so I ask that you please be patient as we work through the docket. And again, thank you for joining this morning, okay? When it is your turn, I ask that you please unmute, okay? Mr. Blanco, if you could, well, you'll be first up in a few minutes, so let me just see who else joined the meeting with a phone number ending in 141. Phone number ending in 141. If you could please press *6 on your phone and let me know your name. Phone number ending in 141. If you could please press *6 on your phone, that will unmute you, and you could please let me know your name.
Huh?
What's your name?
Ricardo.
Un momento,
sorry.
sorry, 141?
9141 are my last 4 digits.
Okay, and what is your name, ma'am?
Beatrice McFadden.
Okay, ma'am, I'll be with you in just a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. If you could go back on mute just for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Thank you. Señor Colchado, en un momento le explico en español, ¿ok? Okay. All right. Mr. Blanco?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. How are you this morning?
I'm good. Thank you.
Good. Let's see here. You have a charge for failure to stop at a designated point or stop sign. How do you plead?
No contest, ma'am.
Okay. And then you have another charge for defective headlamps. How do you plead on that case?
Same.
Okay. Were you able to get the headlamps violation fixed?
Yes, ma'am. I did get it fixed. And yes, ma'am, I did.
All right. Did you provide some photographs, or have you yet provided photographs indicating that you have corrected that, or some type of receipt?
No, ma'am, I haven't yet.
Okay. Are you able to provide that to the court?
Actually, actually, there was nothing wrong with the headlamp, ma'am. It was just it had a lot of you know how it gets old, and it looks like it's. I had one replaced, and the other one was still old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was really nothing. There was nothing wrong with the headlamp. It was just an old lamp, old headlight, and
The light itself, the cover?
Yes, ma'am. The cover, the lens itself.
Okay.
Yeah. So the bulb was working. Everything was working. It's just like I said, it was old, and it, you know, made it look like I guess it was out or something.
Okay. So did you replace the lenses or the covers?
Well, I cleaned the lenses. I buffed it out a little bit. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So is it properly working now? Can you tell the brightness?
Yeah, it's working. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you can swear and affirm to that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. That will be a $10 dismissal. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. And now how did you want to handle the moving violation?
As far as the stop sign, ma'am, I did make a complete stop at the stop sign. But right there on Orange Street, as you come onto McCullough, there's a house. There's a house to the left, to where it's like maybe 15, 20 feet, you know, ahead of the stop sign. So
right.
as you get coming onto McCullough,
Mr. Blanco,
after
let me stop you real quick. Do you want to contest it, or did you want to plead no contest and just try to resolve it?
well, I wouldn't want to waste your time. I mean, I like to resolve it, but I did make a complete stop, and you know.
Okay, because I cannot dismiss the case on my own motion, just so you're aware, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, but if you'd like to visit with the prosecutor about the facts, you can visit with him. Otherwise, I can listen to your explanation and then perhaps work with you on the fines, or maybe a deferred disposition option or something like that.
Well, if you can work with me on the fine, that'd be great.
Okay. All right. So tell me, you believe you made a complete stop, and then?
Yeah, and the officer said I didn't make a complete stop, but I did. I made 2 complete stops, because after stopping before the stop sign, I had to stop again to make sure there was no oncoming traffic past the stop sign and go into McCullough. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Or you said something about a house or something?
There's a house on the left on Orange Street. As you're coming up to McCullough, there's a house towards the left where it sticks out a little bit, so you'd have to pass a stop sign, and then, you know, to make sure there's no oncoming traffic. Right past the tracks. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And, yeah.
All right. Did you want to try to keep this off your record?
I mean, it'd be great. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Or let me see here. All right. Do you have a driver's license?
No, ma'am. I'm in the process of getting driver's license. I have tickets with other counties that I am. Yeah. So.
Okay. So you're trying to resolve those?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I can place you on a deferral for $200 for 90 days with an initial payment of $40 due in a week. And then you could have payment plans over the 90 days.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yes, ma'am, I can do that.
All right, so I'll have $40 that it's due by next Friday, is that the 19th? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
and then you'll be on a deferral for 90 days. So you'll make monthly payments over the 90 days, right? And then
Okay.
assuming you don't pick up any additional moving violations after the 90 days, we'll close out this case.
Okay, great.
All right. So you'll
Yes,
need
ma'am.
to either drop that payment off or contact the court tomorrow to make a payment, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am, no problem.
It is a minimum of $100 over the phone or by computer, okay? But if you want to
Okay.
stop by, you can stop by any day beginning tomorrow or mail that in, and then you'll get some additional paperwork regarding your deferral terms, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
All right, any questions before you go?
No, ma'am, that's it. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Stay well.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, next up I have Clara Crandall.
Here.
Hi there, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. How old are you?
I'm 16.
16, okay. Is that your mom or guardian there? Good morning. Thank you for joining. All right, Clara, you have a charge here for failure to control speed. How do you want to plead?
Guilty.
Okay. What happened that day?
I just wasn't able to stop in time because a car pulled out or was stopped pretty quickly and I wasn't able to stop in time and I rear-ended them.
Okay. All right, so there was some sort of traffic accident involved?
Mhm.
Okay. Everyone is okay?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Is this your first traffic ticket?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been driving?
Like a month.
She got her license over the Thanksgiving break, and the accident was maybe about 3 or 4 weeks later.
All happened kind of right after the other, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Probably pretty traumatizing, I would think, right? A little scary there?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. How has the driving been since then?
I haven't driven that much, but when I did, it was okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure your parent, your mom has explained to you the seriousness of, a traffic violation and the seriousness and the responsibility of driving. You're a very new driver, so it's all fresh in your mind, right? But you got to be extra careful. You got to be cautious and aware of your surroundings, and you got to be aware not only of yourself, who's the driver, but everything around you. You know, you got other cars, you got other drivers, you got people that are jogging and maybe riding their bikes or, pushing strollers. It just depends on the neighborhood you're in, right? But you got to be aware of all those surroundings and be aware of those distractions, okay? Because, a minor fender bender could have turned into much worse, right?
Mhm.
All right. So, where do you go to school?
Keystone School.
All right. Very good. Are you a sophomore or junior?
I'm a junior.
Okay. Very good. All right. Well, let's try not to make this a habit of getting traffic tickets, right? We don't want to build any kind of record, even if it is just a traffic record. We don't want to have any black marks there, right?
Mhm.
All right. So, how did you want to take care of this, Clara and Mom?
Well, she can take the class, and if there's a fine, then we can pay the fine.
All right. You haven't taken the class anywhere else? This is your only traffic ticket. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. You can take the driving safety course. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it's $144 that must be paid for court fees, and then you'll have the 90 days to complete the course. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So once you make that payment to the court, you'll have the 90 days. So don't take the course until you've paid the court fees. They'll give you some additional instructions as to due date, and you'll also have to request a copy of your driving record. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any questions?
No.
All right. So you can go in person or mail that documentation in. They'll also need a copy of your driver's license and insurance. Okay.
Okay.
If you do drop by the court, please wear a mask, and they'll be happy to assist you with any questions you may have at that time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll say this is due by next Friday. Okay.
Thank you.
Will that be okay? All right. Any questions? All right. Well, good luck with school and good luck with the continued driving and be safe. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Stay well. Take care now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. I have Daniel Garcia.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. Garcia. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. A bit chilly. How about y'all?
Same. I hear you. Quite a change in the weather. You have a violation here for running a stop sign. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. You have another one for failure to display driver's license. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay. I'm going to have you visit with the prosecutor about both of those. If you'll just look for the breakout room.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I change my plea to no contest for the insurance? I mean, the driver's license?
Sure. If you don't want to contest it.
No, I didn't have it on me, but
Do you have one?
I do have one. I
Are
just
you-
left the house. I live on Olmos. I just
Okay.
left the house in a hurry and
Do you have you provided a copy of that to the court already?
no, ma'am.
All right. If you could email a copy of that, that'll be a $10 dismissal. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So we'll need a copy of that. And if everything checks out, if it was valid at the time of the offense,
Yes,
then
ma'am.
that'll just be a $10 dismissal fee. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So then you have the other one, the stop sign violation. How did you want to take care of that one?
Can I take a course?
Have you taken
Defensive
one?
driving?
Have you taken one in the last 12 months?
No, ma'am.
All right. And you do have the driver's license and do you have insurance as well?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So yes, you can take the course. So you'll have to pay the court fees of $144. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we will need a copy of your driver's license and insurance, and then the 144, and then you'll have 90 days to complete the course online or in person, wherever you choose to take it.
Okay. When do I pay the 154? Because it's $10 plus the 144.
Correct. I'm going to give you until next Friday, the 19th. If you have
Okay.
it before then, you can go anytime before to the court. They're open between 8:30 and 4:30. Okay.
Okay. And can I just bring photocopies of my driver's license and my insurance?
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
Any other
Thank you.
questions?
No, that's it.
All right. You're free to go. Have a good day and stay warm now.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, I have Josh Neely.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. You have a charge here for running stop sign. How do you plead?
Right. Not guilty.
Okay.
I'll take a jury trial.
Yes, sir. Did you want to visit with the prosecutor at all or just schedule it for a pretrial hearing?
I really don't have any need. I think my case is pretty solid.
Yes, sir. All right. You will get notice as to when we will schedule that jury trial. As you may or may not be aware, we are currently not allowed to have any jury trials at the moment due to the COVID restrictions. But once those restrictions are lifted, we will send you a notice for that trial setting. Okay.
Okay, what's the time limit that a stop, a traffic violation can be? I mean, most things have some sort of time limit. Is there one for a traffic violation? I mean,
Right.
I can Google it.
The police officer has the 2 years to file the case, and he has filed the case.
Okay.
So again, we will, because we're
Okay.
under restriction from the Texas Supreme Court, we cannot schedule that trial just yet. But as I
Okay.
said, as soon as those are lifted, we will get notice to you as to that trial setting.
Okay.
If anything changes regarding your case, we will be in touch with you at the address that you have provided. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Chris Lee Pentecost. Good morning. If you could unmute, please.
Hi, can you hear me now?
I can. Thank you. Is it Chris Lee or Chris Lay or
Chris Lee.
Chris Lee? Okay. Thank you. All right. So you have a charge here for stop sign violation. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay. And then you have another one for failure to signal turn. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. All right. Because there's 2 violations and 2 different pleas, I am going to send you to visit with the prosecutor quickly about the 2 cases, and maybe you can resolve them both today. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So just look for a window for the breakout room and click on that, and you'll be sent to a room with him. Okay.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. All right, Cristela Ramirez. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm fine, thanks. Let's see here. There was a violation for running a stop sign, and I believe you were scheduled to visit with the prosecutor today about the video. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Okay. As soon as he's back from visiting with the other defendant, I'll have him speak with you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Great. Thanks for your patience.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Is it Shanna Lee? I'm not
Yes,
going to try
ma'am.
to, I'll butcher your name again. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Can
yes,
you-
Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you tell me how you say it, please?
Yes, I can, Your Honor. It's Shanna Shushariba.
Shushariba.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Your
All right.
Honor.
I apologize
Sorry.
again for the first time there.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Failure to signal required distance before turn. How do you plead?
No contest, Your
Okay.
Honor.
All right. And how did you want to take care of that one?
What are the options for taking care of that one, Your Honor?
It is it's a moving violation. So you do have the option of the driving safety course, but you also have the option of the deferred disposition. It would be a 60-day deferral, no additional moving violations during those 60 days. And then we would close out that case. You're looking at a deferral fee of $255. I can take anything into consideration. I don't know if you have any extenuating circumstances or anything like that, but the fee is $255 for the deferral, or the driving safety courses court costs of $144, plus the cost of the class wherever you choose to take it.
Okay, and sadly, all of that, due to some extenuating circumstances, is all out of reach. I wonder if I'd be better off pleading not guilty for that. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, if you wanted to plead not guilty and contest the charges, you could have a trial. We would schedule that trial depending on whether it's a non-jury or jury. Non-juries will be scheduled sooner than a jury trial, but you do have that option if you want to contest the charges, and we would get you started on that route.
Yes,
Otherwise, we can
yeah.
talk about a payment plan or a reduction in fees if you wanted to go the route of no contest.
I'd like to go with the not guilty, Your Honor.
Not guilty. Okay. All right. Did you want to visit with the prosecutor at all today about this facts or the circumstances around the ticket and see what he wants to do about moving forward with the case?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to do that.
All right. He has one other person ahead of you. He is in with someone else, but he has one other person ahead of you. So if you'll just be patient for a few more minutes, he'll be with you as soon as you can.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Great. Thank you. All right. I have Beatrice McFadden. Ms. McFadden, if you could press *6, please.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you. Ms.
Okay.
McFadden, you have a charge for running a stop sign. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay. Did you want a trial by jury or trial by judge?
Judge?
Okay. All right. Did you want to visit with the prosecutor today about the case at all?
Yes.
Okay. All right. If you'll just hang on a few more minutes, he has a few people ahead of you, and then he'll visit with you separately, just the 2 of you together, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Just hang on a few more minutes. If you could go back on mute, and then when it's your turn, if you'll unmute at that point. Thank you. Okay, Señor Colchado.
Sí, hola, buenos días, señora
Buenos
juez.
días. Gracias por su paciencia.
No, no se preocupe. Gracias a usted.
Ok. ¿Tiene un ticket aquí por no tener licencia? ¿Eres culpable o no culpable?
Sí, soy culpable. Le presenté mi licencia de México, pero el oficial no me lo hizo válido, esta licencia.
Ok. ¿Y ya mandó una copia para la corte?
No,
No, todavía no. ¿Está
no,
válida la licencia de México?
no, tiene,
¿O ya está vencida?
está vencida, tiene meses vencida.
Ok, ok. Y luego tiene otro ticket por no tener aseguranza. ¿Eres culpable o no culpable?
No culpable. Lo que pasa que el coche que estaba manejando era test drive de dealer de Automex Motors y me dice, habló el oficial con el dueño del dealer donde le decía que esta placa cubría la infracción de no la licencia porque le sale en el sistema. El policía no lo hizo válido. Y ayer le solicité al señor del dealer de Automex Motors, que está en el 6380 Sur Highway 35, una copia de
De la aseguranza
seguranza y
del
pasó
negocio.
de que estaba en la oficina, estaba congelado el sistema, no me pudo asistir una copia de la aseguranza, pero dice que esta, esta placa es para hacer test driver de un dealer cuando se está manejando.
Ok,
Ah,
ok.
y el oficial habló con el dueño, le dio sus datos y todo. El oficial solo nos bajó a mí, a mi esposa y a mi hijo y nos dejó en un lugar que era un poco peligroso.
Ok. Y luego tiene otro por no tener las luces.
Sí, yo desconocía el problema del coche porque como le digo, estaba haciendo test drive, estaba yo manejando el coche para opción a compra, y solo pasó eso de que el oficial me detuvo y ese fue el problema.
Bueno,
Ah,
¿y en ese
aquí
eres
tengo
culpable o no culpable?
pues, ah, pues soy culpable porque no estaba el problema en el coche, yo entiendo.
Ok,
Y aquí está donde pagó el recibo, donde pagó en el taller, donde pagó la luz.
ok. ¿Pueden mandar copias
Sí los
a la
mandé,
corte?
de hecho, estuve malo de COVID y también mandé donde no he trabajado, mandé de COVID, mandé donde pagué el recibo de la luz,
¿Ya
de la
envió por
coche.
correo electrónico esos documentos a la corte?
Sí,
Ok,
lo mandé por fax. Y aquí está donde también tuve que pagar $240 del corralón y sin trabajar y nada, es duro.
ok. Si me espera un momento, ok. Voy a ver si tenemos esa información, ok.
Sí, muchas gracias.
Ok, un momento. Si puede poner ese en mudo otra vez, gracias. All right, Frank, go ahead.
Judge, on page Pentecost, excuse me. She's going to take the defensive driving on the failure to signal turn.
Okay,
And when after she does that, I'm going to dismiss the other one.
okay. All right, Ms. Pentecost, is that your understanding of the agreement with the prosecutor? Okay, you're on mute.
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay, so you agree then to take the driving safety course for the failure to signal turn, and then upon completion, he will dismiss the other violation?
Correct.
All right, very good. All right, I'll go ahead and accept that plea bargain, and we'll move forward with getting that paperwork ready for you. You just have to pay the court fees, okay?
Okay.
All right, any questions?
No. That's
All right,
it.
you'll
Thank
have
you.
until next Friday to make that payment, okay?
Oh, sorry. One question. What payments do I make on Friday? Do I pay?
The driving safety course court fees of $144.
Okay, correct. Thank you so much.
All right, have a good day. Stay safe.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Frank, you have Cristela Ramirez next.
Okay, I'll go see her.
and then a couple others after that.
All right, I'll go see Ms. Ramirez.
Okay, thank you. Bueno, señor Colchado.
Sí, adelante.
Ok, así que va a ser $10 por el ticket de las luces, ok. Ok, porque...
Sí.
porque
$10 por...
positivo,
Ok,
ok.
correcto, sí está bien.
Son $10, ok. Y luego, ¿compró el coche o no?
No lo compré,
No, ok.
no lo compré.
¿Está manejando? ¿Maneja?
No, ahorita no.
Ok, ok. Bueno, va a tener que pagar la multa del no tener licencia, ¿ok? Ok. ¿Puede tratar de sacar licencia en Texas o no?
Estoy intentando sacar una licencia válida internacional, que se llama la Meta.
Ok.
Ya pedí los datos y pedí una solicitud, donde ya pedí los datos, mandé pedir una solicitud para hacer me permiten un segundo. Y sí estoy ahorita, bueno, no he podido manejar porque tenía COVID y
Ok. ¿Y
aparte
cuánto tiempo necesita para sacar esa licencia?
yo tengo, mire, es esta solicitud donde mandé pedir la solicitud para sacar mi credencial internacional.
¿Y cuánto tiempo necesita para cumplir con eso?
2 semanas. 2 semanas me va a llegar la licencia.
Ok, ok. Un momento, ok.
Sí, muchas gracias.
Ok. Mr. Dixon?
Ramirez, Cristela, I'm gonna make that a warning, Judge.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Ramirez, is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Frank, you have Ms. Shanalee Shushabera.
All right, I'll go over there to the breakout room, Judge.
Okay,
Thanks.
I butchered it again. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. All right. Ok, señor Colchado, sí, puede sacar la licencia, va a tener que pagar multa a 204, ok.
Sí.
Le voy a dar 90 días para sacar la licencia internacional, ok.
Sí.
Va a tener que enseñar prueba a la corte, ok.
Sí.
Ok. Y va a tener que sacar la aseguranza también,
Ok.
ok.
Está bien.
La aseguranza en su nombre,
Muy bien.
ok.
Correcto.
No va a tener que pagar la multa por no tener la aseguranza porque era test drive, ¿ok?
Ok. Muchas gracias.
Pero sí va a tener que sacar la licencia y la aseguranza durante estos 90 días, ¿ok?
Sí, correcto.
Mantener la aseguranza por los 90 días, ¿ok?
Correcto, sí.
¿Ok? Ya cuando tiene la prueba de la aseguranza le voy a dar 2 semanas para sacarla, ¿ok? Y tiene que enseñar la prueba a la corte, ¿ok?
Ok, está bien, señora juez.
Ok. ¿Y puede pagar los 204 mañana o necesita tiempo?
¿El lunes está bien?
¿El lunes está bien o por... No, are you closed?
Yes, ma'am, we're closed. It's a holiday.
Está cerrado la corte ese día. Pero el martes o para el día viernes, el día 19, ¿ok?
Está bien el día 19, señora juez.
Ok, si puede pagar la multa total, está bien. Si no, el mínimo es $40, ¿ok?
Ok, está bien. ¿Y
Ok.
cómo lo voy a pagar? Ok.
¿Puede ir a corte a pagar? Ok.
No, bueno, voy a ver si me pueden llevar.
Ok, si no, puede pagar por teléfono, pero por credit card, ¿verdad?
Ok,
Y tiene que pagar mínimo 100.
muy bien, está bien.
Ok, si tiene
Está bien, señora.
alguna pregunta, puede llamar a la corte y le puede dar más información, ok. Pero
Ok,
también
está
va a
bien.
tener que enviar por el correo electrónico la copia de la aseguranza, ok.
Ok,
Y luego la copia de la licencia, ya cuando
muy
la
bien.
saque, ok.
Muy bien, señora juez.
Ok, ¿alguna otra pregunta?
Está todo bien, gracias.
¿Todo bien? Ok. Mara, any
Muchas
questions on that
gracias.
one?
No, ma'am.
Ok. Bueno, es todo, señor Colchado. Que pase
Muchas
buen día.
gracias, muy amable.
Gracias. Adiós.
Igualmente.
Gracias.
214.
¿Cómo se sale de aquí?
Nobody else.
We lost Ms. McFadden.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hopefully she'll dial back in.
Okay.
So I'll do that. Grab, as she's talking, after we know who's here, so grab it. And put the FTAs over there. And then just kind of around the line. There she is.
She's back.
Mr. Dixon?
On Shanna Shushariba, Judge, I'm gonna make that a warning.
Okay. All right, Ms. Shariba, is that your understanding of your discussion with the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Any questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you for your time.
All right, and I apologize again for the name issue, but have a good
It's
day.
not a problem.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. You as
All
well.
right,
Yes,
bye-bye
Your
now.
Honor. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, Mr. Dixon, you have Ms. McFadden.
Okay, I'll go to the breakout room.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to call the docket again. Is there anybody in the waiting room?
No, ma'am.
Okay. George Alejos. George Alejos. Matthew Alvarez. Matthew Alvarez. Victor Alvarez. Victor Alvarez. Christopher Baldwin. Christopher Baldwin. Loretta Cantu. Loretta Cantu. Ramona Carvajal Martinez. Ramona Carvajal Martinez. Donna Ellis. Donna Ellis. Amanda Garcia. Amanda Garcia. Beverly Garcia. Beverly Garcia. Martha Gomez. Martha Gomez. Alton Green Jr. Alton Green Jr. Armando Ibarra. Armando Ibarra. Pedro Jaramillo III. Pedro Jaramillo III. Carlos Martinez. Carlos Martinez. Carmelita Martinez. Carmelita Martinez. Jonathan Oleg. Jonathan Olegi. Rachel Ovalle Regal. Rachel Ovalle Regal. Joel Marquez Rodriguez. Joel Marquez Rodriguez. Santiago Rodriguez. Santiago Rodriguez.